Democrats need to grow some fucking balls. After seeing how this election went, it's very clear that the Democrats have absolutely as many balls as a fully transitioned woman. These MAGA dorks will do anything to get a win by absolutely any means necessary. Whether that means storming the literal fucking Capitol, fuck Ashley Babbitt, by the way, or smoking on that Ashley pack 3 years later, burning ballot boxes, going around neighborhoods with iPads trying to get people to think that they voted on those iPads, which is also illegal, mind you, constant violent misinformation, literal bomb threats to polling locations in 3 of the 7 swing states, mind you, constant misinformation, and literally buying Twitter to upkeep the spread of major misinformation, benefiting their side along with pushing their agenda while acting unbiased, wink wink, official government employees rewriting votes, USPS workers, threatening people inside polling locations, and everything in between. They have shown time and time and time and time again that they don't remotely care about having a fair election. Even with Republicans before Donald Trump, it was never this fucking bad. Mail-in voting, which is obviously overwhelmingly done by Democrats, was considered fraud by them in 2020. But, everything I mentioned on top of an extra 14 to 20 million plus votes, of course, not being counted because, of course, once again, we tend to vote by mail, including my own, which is apparently just sitting in a pile waiting to be counted after almost a week of sending it back, which should have took it 1 to 2 days to... I thought I had a notification. Which should have took it 1 to 2 days to deliver back to where it should be, to where it should be in order to be counted. Kamala and Biden, clearly chose to take the high road against people who have and never will play by the rules ever in their fucking lives. Kamala conceded, didn't ask for a recount, didn't ask to see any issues with anything done by MAGA, and Joe as well. They just let it go. No fight, no nothing, which somehow got a side of literal neo-Nazis offended while they decide to call leftist snowflakes for literally everything. But, oh well. But, hell, at least Tim Walz was coming in hot, at least. He called MAGA weird. He called the top 4 unfunniest comedians Tony Shitcliffe a jackwad, and making fun of JD for fucking couches. If we want to be able to compete, we have to go lower. When they go low, we have to go even lower. But that's kind of crazy comparing going lower to literal neo-Nazis, but you get the point. Tim's comments got under their skin, but they didn't do enough damage at all. Like shooting bullets at a tank, basically. Just little scratches here and there, not big hits. We need to be able to say things about them and hurt them so badly, emotionally and mentally. Physically, I wish, but not really, that they're speechless. Explaining things in a clear and concise fashion while going over everything, explaining why this is bad, why this policy would be so terrible for you and everyone else. That clearly doesn't work. These people clearly cannot be reasoned with. Much stronger language needs to be used in order to get it through their thick skulls. Elon Musk is an illegal African immigrant that needs to get deported. Donald Trump is a disgusting, incestuous creep that wants to fuck his daughter. A rapist, not a family man that has multiple kids with multiple women, is an absolutely dogshit businessman that has still failed even after having every single thing handed to him by rich parents, doesn't pay his workers, and also has to fight them in order to finally pay out what is owed to those workers. Our Democratic leaders are spineless. No balls at all. They need to stand up and grow some balls. We need leftist Alex Jones in office, leftist Donald Trumps, leftist Andrew Tates, leftist Marjorie Taylor Greens, and everyone else in between. If you see one point of attack clearly doesn't work, you figure out what hits them and gets them going. If bullets don't work on Homelander, stop shooting him. spam his ass with nukes until he's dead. And then you rip his heart out and stomp him while he's down. Republicans now have the House, Senate, and Supreme Court. Playing by the book is not an option anymore. We have senators like Gavin Newsom that actually aren't bitch made and will argue to the death. The Massachusetts governor who's pushing back on helping with mass illegal immigration. Maryland, very much black and blue, always holding their own, along with a few others. Lefties in government need to stop bending over and taking it from the weirdos. We gotta start dishing it out. Something needs to happen.